Hello everyone, my name is Kirti Krishna Srinivas and I'm a team member of Team 13, Section 15, and our project is expenses sharing application using front end as React and back end I'm using here as Express.js. We can use here Spring Boot also. As my tech stack is Express, I'm using here Express.js. Similarly, I'm using the database as Firebase so that the deployment will be easy for me. So I have an experience of creating almost 4 to 5 websites based on my tech stack, and I am making this new website for the purpose of hackathon, which is going on in my college. So I would like to start with I would like to show you the login front end code first. So in the login, generally we'll have a header page, which is normal for everyone, like all the pages. And similarly, I have written the CSS in like the normal one, not the tailwind CSS, the normal one. And coming to the thing, we can use here as the username, and I mean the email address and the password will be authenticated with the Firebase in order to get the output. So first, let's start with getting the checking out the output first. See here, still as I have not done any deployment, my website is ready at a local host. The local host port number for my laptop is 5173. I'm going to run this now. So you can see here my website, like our website name is Divipay. Divi means divide and pay means like paying for the amount which is split among the friends and family. So this is my landing page where I have a feature and pricing section, which will be done by the other team member, like for the mentioning of the how the website is going on. And I have used the normal simple CSS for in order to make the front end look good. And I have used background as a purple with a combination of bubbles here. I can this is the hover here is you're looking is for different types of cards, and this is a simple CSS. Now, and this is a footer where we can get the links for everything and even the contact info about our team. Let's start with the login page. Like I have registered 2 email addresses for my website. I'm going with my personal email address and my password. Yeah, as you can see, as I typed the wrong password, it did not come like it came as an invalid credentials. Once I have put the proper one, we can see a dashboard like expense dashboard with three sections, different cards. One is the your balance, next is add expenses and recent expenses. These recent expenses have been created by me because I have been trying like in the deployment section. So I got this different with names and all. The same footer section will be continued in the dashboard page with the three cards, which is your balance, add expense, and recent balances. So in order to make a group here, the group which you can see here, we can make this group using the group section. The general category criteria for this expenses sharing is if a person sign ups using his email address, he can add a group like with his friends or family. So I will add a group called my name and my friends. So I'll make it as Krishna's friends. And I'm giving my friend's email address. So I'm anyway there in this. So I'm giving my friend's email address also. What is the advantage of this is once I create a group, the group has been created successfully. Now we can check it in the dashboard also. We can see here Krishna's friend, a new group has been created. So I'm choosing the group as Krishna's friend. Suppose I went to a shopping mall and I have spent for me and my friend rupees 1,000. So I have to split it into 500. So I have spent rupees 1,000, right? So I have taken here as 1,000, and the reason for it is shopping. So I'm giving it as shopping. Now I had added an expense of rupees 1,000. It is paid by me. This is my name. rupees 1000 here. And my friend, that is the, like, I gave the name of my friend as 31039, and he owes me 1244 because 1500 rupees was paid by me for the same for drums which was purchased in the last week. Like, this is an example. So I have been experiencing this, like, for the many things. Now let us check with the other one also, like other login also, if this has got updated or not. Again, my friend's email address and his password. You can see here, you owe rupees 1244. The one which was paid for 1500, it has been divided into half. So 750 rupees here, and shopping of rupees 1000, in which 500 should be paid by my friend. So the 500 got added in this your balances section, and we can see a your balances thing over here. This refresh button over here is given in order to like make our, like, if any if there is something which has got updated and we have paid the amount, once we click the refresh, it will get connected to the backend, I mean the server, that is Firebase, and it can easily track the updated amount. So this is how the expenses dashboard looks with a group section. The next one is the user profile. The user profile here is my friend's name. My friend's name is something, and I have kept it here, and his phone number, and I have saved the profile. Now the profile is updated successfully, and we can easily be able to track like using my friend's mail, or using my friend's name. We can easily add the group here, like with the email address, and his name will be displayed in the your balances section for us. So this is the thing, and let me show you the backend also for my code. This is, I have written the code in Express.js. Generally, this is the origin here is 5173. As my localhost number is 5173, as in my front end, I have given here as 5173. And for the Firebase authentication, I have used the Firestore, which is the database written in MongoDB. I have taken that as a Firebase here, since the deployment will become more easier for us, as I have been using Firebase as my tech stack, and our team, even my team also. So this will become more easier. The first thing is for Firebase authentication. As once we run a backend, the the whole the whole server will first get connected to the Firebase, and it will give a temporary Firebase ID token. So once the authorization takes place, once a person logins, the authorization should take place, and here we should get an authentication. If suppose the person did not sign up, and if we try to log in, that should not happen. So it will happen with the help of this Firebase ID token. So once the Firebase ID token is done, we have few endpoints. Like, my endpoints are for creating a group, and similarly expenses endpoint, and one more is even the group section with balances also. So I have written many endpoints here. The first endpoint is expenses endpoint, where we'll get, if there is any error, we'll get the error, get back here, like what display should be done if there is any error of, if any group is not getting created, we will write the data over here. And next one more is, for the calculation, if there are the number of persons are there, so if there are 3 persons or 2 persons and it is rupees 1000, so it should get split into half, 500 and 500. This should be done with the help of this code, which is written for sharing among the group members. Add by paid me and create the expense. The paid by name. So as I have paid amount of rupees 1000, it should come like I have paid the amount, and the same amount of rupees 500 should get split and go to my friend's account also. This is going to happen with the help of whole database only. Without the synchronization of database, the update in mine and his account is not at all possible. The second is a balances endpoint. Similarly, for error getting also, I have written the code. And the last and one more is groups endpoint. And similarly, profile also. Okay. And in order to start the server, I will have written as a constant port number. And the port number I am running is 8081. With this, we can conclude our backend. So similarly, even the Firebase have installed the Firebase token here. Once we go to the Firebase, we'll get a JSON file. We have to import the JSON file in our server, and we have to implement the whole backend with our Firebase as well as front end as React. Next, I'm going to show you the Firebase also. How does it look? Just a minute, it is getting loaded. So this is one of my project as one more one, and this is our website for the hackathon, which is expenses sharing website. And in this website, we have many things like the whole console looks of the Firebase is like this. The Firebase is one of the website of Google's only, where I have a database of Firestore. Like the Firebase database is called as Firestore, where I have created four different collections. The collections here in MongoDB, we generally call it as collections. So one is for expenses, one is for groups, one is for users authentication, and one is for profiles in order to get updated. These collections have been created once we run a backend server code. Automatically a collection gets invoked here, and these are the expenses which we have registered in our two logins also. So this is how the like different references number looks. And see, suppose I have taken this reference number, amount is rupees 1500, and the category is food. I have kept it as food. Description is I have kept my name and paid by this person. Like this is a unique number which is identified by the database itself, and it directly redirects. As it cannot read generally like names slash Rama and Krishna, it generally takes it as a number and it reads them. Similarly, the groups also, the groups, different groups are created still now. So these groups are referenced by a particular collection ID. So group number will we can see here created at some name, the time, and it's an ID. And similarly, the profile section, as there are only few profiles, there are only one or two ones. And users, we can check it here. One for the first user is the my friend, and second one is me, which is my personal one. And this is init instruments. This is a general one which is not related to us, like not neither of our backend too. I mean the database too. So this is our complete implementation where we can get a login page. Similarly, login authentication using our password also. We can get an expense dashboard here with different in a navigation bar with different three profile like three tabs. One is dashboard, groups, and user profile, and a logger option also. So this is how an expenses sharing looks like. The next development is going to be the deployment as well as the GitHub link generation in order to get a complete working website which can be used by everyone. Thank you, one and all.